Twitch! It's Monday night, and we are going to do Dungeons and Dragons like it's supposed to be, folks. It's been too long, but it's a Monday. We're doing dragons and the dungeons that they live in. This is a good time. So I'm excited that we got the crew together. It's been so long since I hung out with any of them, really. And so it is exciting that they're here, and I'm happy that you're joining in our reunion and a restart of this campaign after a little bit of a rest. You have found PDASU. You can find us on all the social medias. Check out our
There is
Instagram,
also a
our
YouTube
Twitter,
channel for the wonderful
our
Putu.
Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitch. We also have a Patreon. We also have a Discord, which link for the Discord is on our Twitch page.
You can also find Putu on TikTok.
One, if you love memes and you love seeing trolling happen to the DM, hop on the Discord. It's fun. The players really use it. They have a fun time, and you're going to want to be in there for all the fun. Two, there will be supplemental pictures and guides to what we're doing in the game there on Discord. So make sure you're hopping in that Discord. Like I said, the link is there in our Twitch page, but it will also be posted on Roll20 and some of the logos that we use. So that is the announcement on Discord. Also, tis the season for merch, folks. Tis the season for some Putu merch specifically. So if you're really wanting to get that gift from Santa, you really need to check out our merch store. Now, December 8th was the day that that was promised Christmas shipping, but you can still expediently ship your packages to get them under the tree in time. And I just want to preview our merch that's in the store real quick. And I want the Putu crew, if you haven't seen this, to kind of look at what we did. We did a little bit of a revamp of our merch store, and I'm pretty proud of what the product that we got. And I'm going to flash it up on the screen real quick. So, Putu
There is
crew,
also a YouTube channel for the wonderful Putu.
Homage to all of the 2020 campaigns we did. So there's merch from all those. And then we can do a little bit of... Sorry, I totally had the theme playing on me that whole time. But basically, check us out on all the social medias. Don't forget the Discord. It's fun. Get in it. That's to recap everything that I had the music playing over me. But we're going to show the merch store. Check it out. That's Dice Life right there. That's a Putu original.
Oh, cool.
Enroll request. Another Putu original design.
Very cool.
We got an Unbeaten Path long sleeve, sorry, of one of the Unbeaten Path marketing that we did. We got a good old Frog and Toad: The Last Book. That was a fun little campaign we did. You can get a little patch from that. This is a Gaming Without Gaming mouse pad. You want to get
What?
Yeah. Need to get your gaming mouse pad. Unbeaten Path Muscle T for the Unbeaten Path. Let's see what else we got in here. So you can kind of see we're doing homages to all our different campaigns. That's an Osmoderna Jones. That was the COVID-inspired one-shot that we did. And then this is our current one that we are doing. IBSTPSNIC. So there's a little bit of everything in the Putu store for everyone.
Honest, that mouse pad would look so good on anyone's desk.
True.
He knows that's a real seal of approval, folks. Okay, let's see here. So that's all the Putu merch. That's all the announcements, I believe. Putu crew, how is everyone? I missed you guys.
Super good.
Good.
Good. So,
Chilling.
like a villain, he says. So we like to do some sort of question to get the conversation going. It's kind of like what's that musical term for warming up your scales? Arpeggios. Those kind of that kind of. There we go. That's kind of what we do on the stream when we get started before we get into our campaign. So I do that by pitching out a question, and it gets our banter going. So the question tonight is actually just a little bit of a variety show, kind of segment I like to call 30-second rant. So I each want you to pick something to rant about for 30 seconds. Mainly because I have a rant that I want to get out publicly, and you all have to figure out your own one to do. So I will go first because this is a rant I've really want to put out there, and it's probably old news to a lot of people out there on Twitch, but I like to pick up things and trends late because I'm old like that. Okay, so I'm going to control the time for mine, and I'm going to control the time for everybody else's. So be thinking on your rants. And usually I like to call out people, but I'll just ask for volunteers on this one. So does everybody feel good on that? You get your rants ready. Okay? Okay. All right. I am going to set my timer. I'm pulling it up now. I'm dialing in 30 seconds. And all right. You guys ready? Players ready? Twitch, you ready? Chat, we ready? I'm going to put 30-second chat in. Hello, chat, PS Zombie said. 30-sec rant. I was going to make a fun little thing for it on the channel, but I didn't have time. Okay. Here we go. 30 seconds starts now. All right, Shredder's Revenge. Hated it. Was not fun for me. That is not Raphael's voice. We all know that's not Raphael's voice. He's too giddy for Raphael. He's not dark. He's not gritty. He's not shadowy. It bugged me a lot. You got to fix that. It was not fun. And the graphics were really bad. I'm running out of seconds, but there was like a weird refresh. And I was like, I know games are supposed to be retro, but we also have new technology now, so fix it. All right, that's my 30-second rant. Man, 30 seconds goes by quick.
For an untimed rebuttal, I'd just like to say that in Shredder's Revenge, the big gimmick was they got all of the original voice cast from the original TV show. So regardless of how you felt about it, that was Raphael's voice.
No, it wasn't. It did not.
I mean, it literally was the original voice actor.
It was like, give me a break, fella. I'm like, that's not, no. Give me a break. Well, he didn't do it right.
They went and found like the old Baxter Stockman. Like they found everybody.
But they didn't do it right. There was no aggressiveness. It was like, give me a break, dude. And I was just like, this is not.
I think he was a little bit more chill in the original series. And then like once the live action movie came out, they started making him real gritty.
I didn't like it. As a parent. That was my 30-second rant, guys. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, hang on. Let me get your timer ready.
Okay. Tell me when I've got 5 seconds, can I see the timer?
Can you see my iPhone? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
all right.
You just give me a 5-second
Okay. I'll give you. Okay.
All right.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Can we talk about shelf life, especially around expiration dates? Because I swear, I will buy something that is sealed and airless, but it has an expiration date of about a week ago. But it's meat, so I'm afraid to eat it. And it's a whole unopened meat. It's probably
5
fine,
seconds. 5 seconds.
And I'm stressed out because I don't want to waste food. I'm not a waster.
And time. Well done. Well done. Also, I'm gonna send you a link to a TikToker that really is hilarious because he does he does like things like that don't make sense, and it talks about expire dates or whatever. And he's like, "No, Jason." He's like, "Okay, it's dairy, so maybe a couple days." "No, make it 2 weeks, Jason." And he just like comes up with random stuff. So I'll send you that. It's pretty cracks me up.
I may learn a thing or two.
That's awesome.
I remember when I was living in Chattanooga, we had some ground turkey that got forgotten in our fridge, and we kind of weren't sure on the status of it.
Sure.
And then a sick red-tailed hawk sat on our patio and was just chilling there for like half an hour.
Oh,
We're
cool.
Like, maybe he wants some ground turkey.
Yeah.
And we opened it up and it was so rancid. The hawk.
Oh.
And even the sick bird was like, nah, I'm good.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm already dying.
I'm already done. I don't need the rest
Speed
of that.
process.
I feel better after seeing that.
Yeah. At least I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
There's I think it's an older meme, but I just saw it like the other week and it absolutely killed me. And it's the salt that you can buy at the stores where it's like all artisanal and people have just lost their minds. And it's like 300 million year old sea salt, but it has an expiration date on it. Like, oh no, my 300 million year old salt's going bad next month.
Great. So good. All right, who's next? This is hilarious.
All right, I've got one.
Okay, ready? I'll give you 5 seconds, just like I did Ledbet. All right, ready? Go.
So, last night I was trying to do some game. Well, a few nights ago I was trying to do some gaming with P2, and everything needs to update before you can play it. Everything. We literally tried to play 4 different games, and they all had half-hour updates. I'm like, just like finish your games, people. Like, this is too far.
5 seconds.
Fortnite was a 19 gig update. Oof. There's no way. That's like 4 games.
And time. He's right.
Sure.
Too much. Awesome. Alrighty. Alex or Joel, who's next?
Alright, I'm gonna have to interrupt my chill vibe because I'm in a chill mood. But to get into this, I've gotta get pissed off a little bit. So,
Okay. Oh, really? What grinds my gears segment?
You know, my username's Climate.
Ready, go!
I don't know if you guys know that, but who's got climate anxiety? Raise your hand. I got it. I'm terrified of the future. My kids, when they're 50 or 60, they're gonna be living in a Mad Max world right now. Okay? That's like, what's going on? Right?
That's real.
You know, oil companies since the 60s been putting out propaganda. Everybody thinks everything's
5
okay,
seconds.
but we're the margin of error, people. We're gonna die. Okay.
Yes, I completely agree.
Wow.
Such a good punchline ending. Margin error, people. We're gonna die.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
It's not wrong. Can we just talk about how it's 90 degrees in the middle of December?
Yeah. It's
weird. Also, I like your
What's
hat.
going on? Yeah. This is my rant hat. I forgot to put it on.
I appreciate it.
It's really a scarf.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But
I like
it
that.
kind of doubles as like a, I don't know, a tall hat.
You seem like a prestigious wizard.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
True.
What a compliment.
It's supposed to be like.
Over the face. Oh no,
Supposed
that
to be
was
like
very
that.
comfy. Yeah.
Now I can be a ninja. Hold on.
I feel like a climate apocalypse isn't even as good as a nuclear one.
Nice.
Like, it was like a nuclear apocalypse. You know, you could become a witcher and hunt like the mutants.
Yeah.
From the Fallout. Like, there are kind of cool things that could happen. But
You're a glass half full kind of
I'd
guy.
say the climate feels like the climate just changed around your glasses specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like,
I can't see anymore.
but I'm all for the future where, like, Mad Max or Witcher or whatever the Book of Eli guy was, like, when that becomes a career,
Oh, gosh.
killing guy.
Yeah, we just need to form a crew.
Because nowadays, you know, you just get arrested if you just wandered in and pissed people off until they attacked you and then killed them in self-defense. And cool about it.
I just feel like people would really miss things like the internet. You know?
Yeah, it's just gonna be
Yeah.
boring.
Just be real- it's just- yeah, I mean, like,
We're gonna be bored and we're gonna starve
I
to
think that's the
death.
underestimated impact of an apocalypse. You should
yeah.
tell
I wish all these like major contributors to climate change would probably just wake up and be like, hey, we do like the internet, right? We should probably stop. Even if it's not for like saving the planet. It's just like we do like our lives as they are, right? We should probably stop.
I think the real problem is we're like we're doing it too slowly. Like, let's just use
Oh,
all
yeah.
the fuel all at once. And go to Mars, go to the moon a few more times.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
get even faster cars. But this kind of way, we're like not even having fun doing it. Really, we're
Sure,
like,
it's true.
We're like damage over timing. We're dotsing our carbon emissions, and I'm like, let's just do some bursting.
Yeah, we just need
Get to
World
it. So at
Fuel
least
Day.
we can be like,
and
yeah, we're here, but we had a
the
lot of
winners are whoever put the most CO2 into the atmosphere in one day, and whoever
China's gonna
wins,
win, but
they get to go live in a space station and watch the rest of the world die.
Fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Give Elon Musk any ideas, please.
Yeah.
All right. Still got one rant to go. Alex, are you? Hang on one second, bud. I got your. Had to adjust your volume real quick. All right. You ready? You fired up?
So I was eating expired
Go!
meat and playing Shredder's Revenge. No, so this is a bit controversial, but for the first time ever, like 2-3 nights ago, I finally watched A Christmas Story.
Okay.
I'd never seen the movie before. I'm just gonna say it. America's beloved Christmas holiday movie is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, and it has like the most terrible ending that you could possibly imagine for a movie. Like, it makes no sense. The kid's mom was right the whole time.
5
and
seconds.
He basically lies to get away with it, and it's ridiculous that that's popular.
Time. I agree. I support that.
I feel weirdly better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
It is totally overrated. I don't get it.
I was upset.
It maybe you just have to grow up with it. I love that movie, but it's also a thing I've watched since I was like a zygote. So
The psycho.
I love
That's
how
fair. That's fair.
yeah.
I love how I didn't give you guys any clue as to what I'd be doing with this segment, and we got literally such a wide swath of things. From my Shredder's Revenge rant to expired meats to game updates to climate change and then to Christmas Story. It was a great coverage of things.
I feel bad talking about Christmas Story after an impassioned speech on climate change. I was like, man, one of these is really important and the other is not.
I led with Shredder's Revenge, so I mean, we just got, we're importance versus what really takes you out. It's all relevant. We're good.
It's true. I mean, I basically admitted that I occasionally forget to eat something. Basically, I'm contributing to climate change in my own way by buying food and then throwing it away. So
That's
I
true.
appreciate the opportunity. I've always fantasized about going on a rant about this in a public forum. So much appreciated.
Cool.
you've been waiting to pay off that name
Yeah.
for a long time. It sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And-
the long con.
The long
Respect.
con.
He just signs off now. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not coming
Well,
back.
close off.
I can die now.
Oh.
I just love that was the thing tethering you to this mortal coil.
Yeah. Now that I've done that,
You're like, all right,
my
guys.
duty is done here.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done. All right. That has been 30-second rant with the Caputo crew, and I think we're successfully warmed up. I'm going to grab a little refreshment from the fridge over here. 1 second. Just some local Mountain Dew.
Ooh, cheers.
this feels like a bit. Is it, or...
The local Mountain Dew?
Start your D&D sessions off right.
It's local Mountain Dew.
Oh, wow. Wow. With a green screen. With a green screen, you can't see it. Wow. That's crazy. I'm drinking air.
I bet they regret that color choice nowadays.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's so hard to fill.
All right, let's catch up with some D&D folks. Kind of got off topic, but that's all right. Real quick, climate changer. What you playing, bud? Give us your class, your race, and your name, please, and the campaign.
My name is Bagarath. I am playing a paladin, aberrant spirit. I would say it's a homebrew race, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Nice.
Alex?
I am playing Rathaga. They're a lizard folk druid type guy.
Very cool. Leadbet?
I'm playing a human weirdo whose class is currently. I think I'm a ranger, and he's super cool. He's real cool.
He's so cool. I aspire to be him.
He's the coolest.
Me too.
Check out Game.
Glad you'll see it.
Check out Game Observatory, folks. YouTube channel videos coming later this month. Check it out.
Got a new episode coming on the 30th, so get excited.
And PS Zombie, what are you playing this campaign, sir?
I am playing Luca. I am a half-elf bard. And, I just see opportunities everywhere. I'm trying to move up.
Aren't we all? All right, let's I'm gonna do a little music from our epic Santopia music, but I'm gonna try not to blare out the ears of our players here. All
It's
right.
usually pretty quiet to us. So.
Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna crank it up. Okay. Cool. So, folks, welcome to IBSTPS, also known as I Built a Sandcastle this past summer. Now it's a campaign! Ah! So, the party was sort of established last time. Just to recap, Santopia is a kingdom that has the cryptic line of 6 kings till kingdom's end. And if you remember, the prophecy looms over the kingdom, especially now because we're on our 6th monarch, King Rose. Everyone is worried about what is next, what will be coming in the future. So, with that, the party was formed. And it started with a representative from the royal court. A servant by the name of Ethan came down, did some local fishing in the fishing market. And wouldn't you know it, he runs into Luca. And Luca just happens to be lying and says he had a lot of servants, but guess what? Servants show up. And they just magically start to appear a party. As Luca had one person show up, was Gerbil. Gerbil got to know Ethan, and then Bagarath showed up, and then Rogatha showed up. Everybody sort of showed up at the marketplace, and that is when Ethan had a proposition for Luca, and the party was formed. That was well timed because with the ending of the music. Party was formed. All right.
I'm so good.
Alex, can you move your mic back a little bit, buddy? Getting a lot of reverb on your mic. Thanks, sir.
Sorry.
You're good. So, with that being said, the servant Ethan, sort of drunk from the spell magic from Luca, went back to the royal court. But the understanding was that you guys would check out a shipwreck that has the king nervous because he thinks there's an invasion happening, and he cannot spare the men to check it out, even though the men from the watchtower say there's nothing to worry about. So you guys got the coordinates of the shipwreck. It is south of the kingdom, near the beach, near the Great Sea, and you head out to investigate. Originally, you kind of had to debate if you actually wanted to complete this task, but you decided it'd be best, and you went out anyway. You just so you know, I didn't kind of make it explicit, but you were told to get confirmation upon your investigation of what this shipwreck was. If it was an invasion, get something to show evidence of that. If it's not, something to show evidence contrary to that. So you guys were sort of told to bring back evidence, and that Ethan would arrange a meeting with the king. And at that point, Luca's eyes widened, and you all got very excited for your mission. So, you were here in the Santopia proper, which is inside the city walls. So, I'm going to change the map to show you where you are now. You all traveled down the King's Road leading out of the kingdom. And headed south. So, you can see King's Road goes from the gate of the city all the way south. It passes by King Anais, Mount Anais, and Mount Crate, two of the biggest mountains in the mountain range, the first and second monarchs, respectively, as well of the kingdom. and that area is known as King's Pass. So once you started your journey out down King's Road and towards the end of King's Road, it's about a day's journey. It was not as busy for you as it was in the kingdom. It is a well-traveled road, but it's just a road outside the city. So it's not as bustly as the city life. It's more suburban in feel. So you guys traveled down the road. You got to the end of King's Road when you made camp for the night. And at the end of King's Road, you can see in front of you there's about a mile of beach and then the Great Sea. So on the beach, there's lots of different small camps of traders and fishermen that sort of make it out here on the beach themselves and use that King's Road for commerce. So that is where we are. You guys are sort of getting up. It's now first morning light. You guys are getting ready to collect your items and head on out. Did anything eventful happen among the party? Anything of note among any players that they think may have happened over the evening with your character? Or do you think it was just a smooth sailing night?
Well, I slept like a baby.
Nice.
Gerbil always sleeps well.
You would have noticed Bagarath didn't sleep at all. He just sort of walked around all night.
Rothaka slept very well. He found a very comfortable, warm rock and made himself right at home for the evening.
Nice. Cool. Well, you guys are starting. Go ahead, Luca.
No, I was saying nothing special. Just, I imagine, I don't know if I've named all of my clothes, but I imagine I've got, like, pajamas as one of the things that my magic clothes can turn into my ship.
Ooh, speaking of magic clothes, that made me think. You also made the chevron system. So that was sort of introduced to you guys. Just a review. I'll give you a quick review of what you learned from the shortest chevron system that the kingdom has. One chevron is someone who is a servant within the royal court. Another chevron is somebody who's a manager in the royal court. A third chevron is an advisor, and a fourth chevron is a chief advisor. So that was the chevron system that we talked about and you were introduced to last session. If you remember, Bagarath did not want a chevron, so he walked away from that. Rothaga got one chevron or two. I can't remember on you, Alex.
I think it was one.
One, and then I think Luca and Gerbil. What did y'all pick?
I gave everyone one except me. I gave them
Got
two.
it.
So like they were all my stuff.
Okay.
So just remember that you're considered a manager in the royal court.
And the rest
By
of
that
us
system.
are like servants.
Yeah, well, Bagarath is unmarked, so really he's just kind of there. But everybody else has that one chevron. I love the look on screen for you too. Climate change. You're really in your character right now. It's really method acting at its best, I must say.
I'm really getting into it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm super cool. I have a costume. Y'all don't have costumes. So.
True.
It's very hot in this armor.
Actually, I don't have a costume, but I do have pretty much a life-size version of my character. Hang on, I'll go grab it.
Oh no. Oh no.
He has a life-size version.
Oh no. What can he mean?
Excited.
Do you need epic music to be played?
It's his character. Oh.
yeah. So this is Gerbil.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
So
uncanny.
this is actually a yard ornament of the Thanksgiving variety. I think if I were to plug it in, it would probably explode or set my entire apartment complex on fire.
Do it!
So I'm gonna plug it in right now. But that's what. Anytime you think of Gerbil, that's what you should picture in your mind.
We should do a break just to come back from break where your cameras, you are not there. It's just Gerbil. That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. So you guys have props. I can't get this to really. I'm going to try it on Twitch. If it'll allow me. So this map is a pretty grand scale. Actually, I got a smaller version that I'll use for you guys. Let me do... I think I have Kings Mountain actually laid out here and zoomed in. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That'll be a little bit helpful for scale purposes. Okay, so right around the edge of Mount Anais, which is the far right mountain, you notice that there's we're gonna pause right quick, folks, and say thank you, Alex, for the gift sub. Appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome, bud.
I turned on my radio announcer voice. This is the PUTS UFM channel. Thank you, Alex, for the sub. Appreciate your contribution to the stream, buddy, as always. And you too can subscribe. You can also use that Amazon subscription, folks. Don't forget you have it. Amazon subscription for the win. All right, Twitch. I can't. I'm sorry. For some reason, they're gonna get not as. See, that's so small. I don't understand, Twitch. I don't get it. I'm trying to give them a little bit of a better picture, but it's not happening. Just leave right there. That'll work. That's perfect. Because that's what I'm trying to kind of tell. So, the beach line that you're on, you need to go parallel to the sea to get to where the shipwreck is located. It's about a half day's journey parallel to the sea. Whoa, you all right?
Yeah, don't worry about me.
It got too hot in the armor, folks. That's what happened. I'm telling you, method acting. He's really in deep.
Sorry, pal.
I really just want to see Goebbels just sort of like appear in his camera now.
It's like,
This is taking us all out.
What did you say? Is everything alright?
Poking down on the corner. I love it. That's awesome.
Versions of him in each frame.
Wait, what did you say?
I usually use that thing for sightlines.
Oh man. Yes.
That's my body double when I film all my scenes with myself for my channel.
That's awesome.
I talk at that thing for hours. I'm not well. It's okay.
Oh man. So you guys have to travel parallel to the sea, to the west. To the east towards the dark forest. So eventually the beach runs out and there's the wood line of the dark forest that meets the Great Sea. So that 1 mile that you have from your starting position now decreases as you travel to the east, if that makes sense. The sea gets closer and closer and the shore narrows and narrows. So you head out on that journey, and right before you get to where there is no more beach and it's just a wood line of the dark forest, that's where you start to see the remains of a shipwreck. Now, this section of the beach is not traveled well. People stay away from the dark forest. So if you kind of want to look at the map, you've gone essentially below where it says Mount Anais, and you've kind of gone below that and headed on towards away from the other mountains, if that makes sense. You've kind of just traveled, to the right of your screen. The dark forest, the roots and the cypress knees come all the way down into the water, and the shore just disappears. There's a dark shadow that's cast upon those waters as the wood line meets it. And before all that, you notice a shipwreck. A pretty sizable ship has wrecked here. The remains, there's lots of debris and remains that are scattered all upon the shoreline. But you see what is in the water. It's high tide, or it's starting to be high tide, I should say. The water is the tide is starting to come in. And eventually, all that you're standing on will be submerged because that whole section of the beach is flooded by high tide. You notice out in the water, not too far, maybe about 30 feet or so, is the bulk of the front of the ship, the bow. It is sticking out of the water at a 45-degree angle, and you are able to look at it top down from where you're standing. So it's almost been knocked on its side, and you can see the top view of the ship. The top section of the bow has an open hatch that you can assume is how you get down below deck. And hanging out of that hatch is a body that seems to be you just see a body outline hanging out of that hatch. All right, and you see in the water a nice little tint of red around the shipwreck, and you start to get a little nervous as you see 3 dorsal fins circling around the shipwreck. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that we pull up initiative. So hang on one second before we roll initiative. I'm going to pull up the turn tracker, and this will be our first initiative roll of IBSTPS. So everybody, you can go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh man,
We gotta put our characters on
this
the map.
feels important.
That's not me.
And I will get some supplemental.
Me.
Oh, I can't see the map from my view. Maybe I'm glitching out.
Oh, what a terrible first roll.
Yeah.
Magarath, he's taking his time. This arm seems to sink into the sand a little.
So if you guys will move your characters. Who's the lady?
He's a gentleman.
Oh, gentleman. I can't tell.
He's just a very elfy.
There.
Very elfy. Got it.
Ah, a very pretty man.
Very pretty man.
Very pretty man.
So we kind of moved from start of day all the way to combat, so I didn't have a chance to ask. But if it's okay with you, I had a spell I wanted to cast kind of for the day.
Okay. Yeah, we can work on that. What was it?
It's
Listen, he says.
Gift of Alacrity.
You touch a willing creature for the duration. Your target can add 1d to its initiative rolls. Okay, did you touch yourself, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Not in a weird way.
Sorry.
He's a pretty man. Other people touch him. He doesn't touch himself.
Right.
Okay.
And then
So much alacrity.
this is gonna be my addition. So that'll be 18 total.
Okay.
Ooh,
Cool.
that's cool.
Luca is killing it on the initiative roll. Alex,
And then,
It's not
yeah, as
letting me
I
track my
cast
character
that,
onto the map.
I got you.
Same,
I
buddy.
appreciate you.
I got you
I'm
both.
just trying.
I play a tune very fast on my harp and mutter to myself, double time.
Oh, your character kind of blends in with the sands.
Ooh. You have like an
Saga.
alpha channel. It's like a proper
Ooh.
sprite that we're looking at here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, check me out. My arm's also going into the sand.
Transparent.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. Use a PNG.
That's it.
Guys, can you move your characters over here to below Mount Anais? We'll use that for positioning, just kind of as reference. But this is the chance, Twitch, to get on our Discord, because I just put in the chat for the players and the viewers a little bit more of a detail of the shipwreck. Now, players, that ship, you almost need to flip it 180 degrees so that it's in the water. So when you look at the map, just like move the bow so it's facing the other way.
I am struggling to select my character. Because nothing will cooperate when I'm doing it.
I can roll your initiative for you, or you can roll your initiative for yourself.
I just when I left click on my right, no clicks are picking up on my token for some reason.
So sometimes we'll roll 20. If you double click something like that, it will go invisible, and it's almost like it's not opening it up. But you'll see it's kind of transparent on the map.
Okay.
You'll see your name of the sheet, and it just kind of minimizes it. Is the best way to put it. So just make sure
I don't think that's what's happening. I see my icon. It's just.
It could also be like if you're not in the select.
Let me refresh
mode. So in your little panel, like you can switch to like measuring or whatever.
Got my little arrow button.
Modes, you won't be able to select it, but if
you're in you gotta be in select mode. Top left, make sure the little arrow is purple.
Yeah, I do have that. I don't know why it's not cooperating.
Commonly the problem.
Are you able to drag your character onto the screen?
Yeah, you could try dragging your character again.
Yeah.
I will try that. Oh, oops! What did I just do?
Whoa! How'd you do that?
Did I do that?
The DM has entered the battlefield.
Wait.
He's here to kick our butts.
I think I'm just breaking everything.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. You too. I appreciated the vamp while I desperately try to click this icon.
I could put some intense music behind it too if you need me to.
I promise, guys. I'm just doing the clicks. I haven't started using my mousies today for the first time.
My mouse.
I don't know why it's not working.
That's all right.
Did you do the proper rituals?
I may have messed up the ritual.
Roll the
the Eye of Newt.
Yes, that's exactly what I forgot. I think it's in the fridge, still sealed, past its expiration date.
That's right. I think with you could just roll a d20, and I will put in your initiative into the thing.
Okay.
I don't think you get any.
I can move your little guy.
Buffs.
See? Yeah.
Oh yeah, but now there's two of them. Do you guys see that?
Gerbil, use double team.
Like either of them?
Yes. You didn't know, but I'm a quantumly entangled being from the fifth dimension.
Can you select either of those? Either?
What happens to one?
Even beyond the four.
No, unfortunately, I can't click either of them. It says nope. It doesn't say anything. It just was like, I think so. Everything else works, just not that. Come on, Gerbil, move away. Okay.
It almost sounds like you don't have control.
I'm sorry, friends. I think you're gonna have to locomote me around the map.
You need Gerbil to do it.
Can you make sure
Get
that he's
Gerbil in the
authorized
background
to use
there.
his own character?
Come on, Gerbil.
He is.
You can just describe it if you want, and we can interpret.
I like that too. Yeah. I think I'm following. I'm just like behind the group. And did I roll 20 or am I still holding this up?
He's got access. Oh wow. Who did that?
I put you in there.
Oh wow.
I did it. I have access to his character sheet, so I just.
He may want you to roll for him every time.
Right? I'll take it.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't want him to do mine too.
Rothaga and Baggeroth, who has the higher dexterity?
Ooh.
Hold on just a sec.
Character sheet's loading.
I have
12.
14.
Okay.
Ooh.
There we go. All right. The let's set some music real quick now that we got our initiatives up. You guys are standing on the shore looking at the shipwreck with something dangling out of the open hatch. 30 feet from you, water level from where that individual is to where it is now is about 10 feet of water. So water is moving in very fast. So I'm going to roll at the end of the initiative order, to determine how much the water will rise. And there you go. And the sharks are circling in the water that's down there below. So let me get some music going on here. I'll start off with a bang this one. There we go. Oh, I love my music. Okay. Gerbil, you're up.
This ship doesn't appear to be seaworthy. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk up to the ocean and just cup some of the water in my hands and tip it into my mouth to see if I can discern what kind of shark enemies we're staring at here.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. I mean, one man's discernment is another man's food, I guess. That's what they say. Is there any way for me to detect anything about these fins that are circling surreptitiously around this shipwreck? Crew, these are hunter sharks. And they appear to be feeding because it's high tide.
Brilliant.
We probably don't want them feeding on that person hanging out of the boat.
Yeah, that sounds right, yes.
Agree to disagree.
Or maybe we do.
I'd like to walk
They're all
up.
the way over there. We're all the way over here. It just seems like a lot.
That's true. I don't disagree with that. Nope.
I
I'd like
feel
to.
like it would be honorable to save this person.
Fine.
I don't want to step on anyone's beliefs or anything, but that's just my personal personal thought on the matter.
I think I'm gonna walk my way over to the edge of the ship to get a better look at this being hanging out of the door. Okay. Cool. Okay. That sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go the whole way there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Dead.
Hey. Hey everybody, this appears to be a live person. I just screamed that out into the world.
Good job, Gerbil.
Thank you, Baccarat. Okay. Sounds good. I think you might have to make that move for me. I don't know if I can do it on my own. In theory, how would I find the icon that you guys are moving around, like in my own menu? Okay, and if I can move this one. Oh, okay. I think now that I've instanced it, it'll let me do it. Okay. Let me, so I'm supposed to be here? And then? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Sorry, I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. Awesome. No, I'm just delighted to be here. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me... I think I'm just going to wait and see what the rest of the guys do. Because I don't know if I can do anything. I don't feel confident on my own to try to help this guy.
Garbo, throw him to me.
The last time I went to go save somebody in the ocean, they drowned. They would have been fine if I had not helped them. Yeah, Gerbil's got some a dark past.
Tragic backstory.
Yeah,
we just make sure he's okay?
This is Gerbil's backstory. This did not happen to me, thankfully.
Gerbil's like, why does
everybody,
this keep
someone should help
happening?
this guy. I'll probably kill him. Yeah, exactly.
Not again.
And if anything, my action's just going to be me waving my hands at everyone, like, come over here. Hey.
Cool. How spread out are these shark boys? Like if we're looking at the map. Which map am I looking at?
Oops.
Oh, that's what the sharks are. Okay.
They keep moving. Like below. Cool. Well, I'll walk near the water's edge, but distinctly not in the water. It's not interesting to me at all. And I'll break out my harp and I'll target whichever one's kind of closest to Gerbil. And I'll kind of point him out and be like, "All right, bud, listen up. And that's gonna be my unsettling words, which is gonna give him a negative bonus on his next saving throw, and I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern. And so, so it's kind of dual colors. So the pattern appears in the form of an upright and an upside down crown. The upright one is gold and the upside down one is green. And the skies kind of darken a bit as this pattern appears. Unfortunately, this will also hit Gerbil and the dude. But I say unfortunate as a player. Luca doesn't care. And I'll shout to the I'll shout to them and the sharks, show your fealty to me. And they all have to do wisdom saves. It's neither. It's actually a -1 off the wisdom save. It's a D8, but I rolled a 1. Okay, 1 failed. I also need Gerbil to do 1, and the guy to do 1. Doesn't even have a sheet. He fails. And Gerbil fails. So your speed is 0. The wisest.
I immediately take a knee. He demanded fealty, and I'm like, yes, Gerbil.
So you're charmed.
He's just charming everybody. Like
You're incapacitated, and your speed is 0.
Oh no.
Great. Well, basically took out 1 enemy. No big deal.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
That'll be the end of my turn. Just charming folks, as usual.
Brilliant move. Sir, I have an idea. He runs down to the beach, to the edge of the water, and yells out to the shark, "Fight me, you fool!" And he casts Compel Duel on the shark.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fun.
And, yes. So the one shark that passed the wisdom save has to make another wisdom save. Okay, so it has to attack me. It has to come to the edge of the water to fight me. If it tries to attack anyone else, it has a disadvantage on the attack.
And it can't move more than 30 feet away from you.
Yeah.
So.
And that's my my action.
That's just a bonus action.
And by the way, it's slowly gonna die because it jumped onto the beach. You know.
That was just a bonus action, by the way.
Okay. And the is it? Well, I guess it depends on where it is. Is it out in the water?
Also, I don't think it has to move towards you. It looks like it just can't move more than 30
It depends on its. I would say the intelligence level. You know, DM's call. But I guess since it's not, I don't know when the shark's turn is. Anyway, I'm gonna use a divine smite on it. I'm at the edge of the water. The waves are lapping over my feet. Okay, and I'm gonna, if I'm close enough, anyway. Oh wait, that's the wrong. Okay. I go out into the water. And I pull out my great sword and attack it. And I'm gonna attack it again.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. 13 slashing damage.
That's a pile of damage.
Have you ever had shark fin soup? That'll end my turn.
All right, I'm gonna come running up to the beach, and I'm gonna say for sure the slow mo, just very like dan 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 dan. I'm gonna be like, I love shark fin soup, and I'm gonna target that same shark. And since it's right here. And since it's so close, I'm just gonna pull out my great club. Sweet. For 9 bludgeoning. And I think that's all I can do. I don't have like an extra attack. Yeah, so that's all I can do. I'm just gonna bludgeon that shark because now I'm obsessed with the idea of having shark fin soup for dinner.
Been banned in multiple countries.
That makes it better.
No! Oh!
Oof.
Oh!
I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs. And I'll say, stay your silvery teeth. And I will force him to re-roll that d20. Well, I think you just re-roll it once, so it would be the 21.
Wow. That'll put this armor hit me.
But then I will also, I'll make it so that Bagarath has advantage on his next attack. Because that's what I give one person disadvantage, I can give another advantage. No.
Not
We
terrible.
Gerbil.
Oh no.
That's what you get for being all valiant.
Right, I'm just like, yay, yay.
So fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's 15.
Nice.
Has my mic been muted this whole time? That really sucks.
Oh, has
On
it?
stream?
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh well, folks, you've been following along, and the players have been narrating what they're doing anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just been like details of like where position is the animal.
We're doing the things we're doing. By the way, we're fighting sharks, audience.
Yes, in case you didn't know.
I don't know if we specifically said. We made a lot of shark fin soup jokes, so
Yeah,
yes.
maybe it was obvious enough. If you were
Yeah, luckily it wasn't another animal.
I'm not sure I understand the reference.
So does 14 hit or not, Gerbil?
No. Sorry.
Cool. All right, it misses. It's a little taken back that its prey is that zoned out, so it's like. Alrighty, and we are back to Gerbil,
Hello.
who's still zoned out. Right? You can't really. Someone's got to shake you from your stupor. You got to take damage.
Okay. I'm very familiar with not feeling like I'm in my own body, so I immediately go to like. I immediately go to smack myself with like. Let's see what I got here. Maybe with like the blunt end of this spear that I have in my possession. Would that help?
Can he do? I don't think you can do anything,
Can
right?
I do that?
No, because it says you've got to be shaken.
No, unfortunately, incapacitated means you don't have action or bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just like kind of digging the hallucination and still standing, I guess, like knee deep in the water or further even probably.
Slowly wandering away.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's it for me.
Turn order is over the map. Thank you, climate change. Okay. Luca, you're up.
Do I awaken Gerbil or do I do my own thing?
Do I even worry
And if I
about
awaken
Gerbil?
Gerbil, do I do it with damage or do I do it by shaking him awake with an action?
Just throw some at him. Knock him in the head. Bunk.
No, I'm gonna take so there's a less damage shark, right? They've both been attacking the same one. So
You have one that has been damaged, and that's the one that Bagarath and Rogatha have been double teaming.
okay, so I'll take the other one, and
The one that stays down the water, or the one that just attacked Gerbil?
no, the one that's uninjured and undazed.
Okay.
And I'll say, if you won't swear it to me, you'll swear it to another. And I'll go ahead and do unsettling words on him again, or on him for the first time to lower his save, and I'll cast Phantasmal Force. It's a great big wall of text. But basically what I do is, he's got to do an intelligence saving throw, and I will make him see an illusion of a much bigger shark with a very dark black shark skin covered in scars, chips out of him. Basically a very intimidating looking king shark. Yeah, that already fails, but he's got to subtract an additional 4, so he fails my spell. So he treats this phantasm as if it were real, so I'm putting it between, kind of like in the same area as, like kind of between him and Gerbil is where I
Got it.
wanted to see the illusion. They can do an investigation check to see that it's an illusion, and they can appear to attack him as well. Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in the phantom's area within 5 feet of the phantom.
Okay. Very cool. Anything else from you, Luca?
No.
Okay.
That's going to be it for me right now. And so he'll take 2 psychic damage as he sees this massive shark attack him.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta read this.
Is it Bagarath's turn?
It is.
Okay. So the shark took damage from the lizard, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
the lizard has a name.
Bagarath is bad with names. I am bad with names. And faces too. Faces are hard. I will put this creature out of its misery.
Nice.
Just swing to try to decapitate the shark on the beach.
You get advantage, thanks to Luca. So that 20 is going to hit. 14, very nice.
Not real sure why I have a +6 greatsword. Not sure where that's coming from, but anyway,
I don't think it's +6. +6 is just your attack roll. It's your strength plus your proficiency.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Of course, I am great with the great sword. Fish soup tonight, boys. And I guess if that doesn't kill it, I'm gonna attack it again.
We haven't had soup in 3 frickin' days.
3 stinking days.
Lord of the Rings reference, folks. LOTR. How do you want to finish this shark?
He, oddly enough, for just a second, you notice his gloves seem to disconnect from his armor and float out in front of his arm. He drops the great sword, decapitating the shark on the beach. And, you know, he's covered in blood, unfortunately.
I like to see, Bagarath, I like to see, like, you, like, having buoyancy, you know? Like, not meaning to have buoyancy. It's like you're walking out in the armor and your arms just kind of keep floating up to the top and you, like, try to push them back down in the water like a normal person and they just keep going.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
Boots keep filling
Yeah,
up
your
with
boots
water,
keep kind of
so,
float up. And you're just trying to... Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I will take that guy off the map. I am putting this shark next to Gerbil, but when you look at the map, just invert it. That shark is the shark on the bottom that has been scared by King Shark. So that's that one. The other one is dead.
Noted.
Alrighty, it is now. Anything else from you, Bagarath?
Go team.
Go team. Nice. And break. Okay. Rogatha, you're up.
Alright, I'm just gonna stand here next to the person who didn't hurt my feelings by not knowing my name. And I'm gonna get over that. We're gonna target the next shark. And
You
it's
got
still super close to the...
You got Sweet Emotion Shark, which is still looking very hardy, and then you've got Scared Shark, which is looking a little damaged. Which one?
I'm gonna go after the super hardy shark, who's just vibing to the music. He's never gonna see it coming.
Okay. Just move your character sheet like out there to him.
Yep.
He's the furthest one away.
Now, just so you're aware, if he takes damage, he will snap out of it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, I don't. We'll just go up. I'll go back to where I was and go up to the scared one. Although I feel bad for that, but that's fine. I'm gonna hit him with my bust out the great club again.
They're just dumb sharks.
19.
You know,
that's gonna hit.
Steve Irwin taught us better than that. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, only for 5. All right, so I'm gonna do 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Now it's scared and has kind of a headache.
It's still a great club.
That's it. And I think that's all I can do. Yeah, that's it for my turn.
All right. Sweet Emotion Stark is still filling the Aerosmith. And the other one is going to try to skirt around. It's going to try to skirt around the big image that it thinks it's seeing. And it's going to go swim over here behind the Sweet Emotion Shark for a minute. And it's just going to hold its action. It's going to hold an action. And that's all it's going to do.
All right.
And it is Gerble's turn.
Am I still under the spell?
You're still under the spell, so it is Lucas' turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Shark fin suit.
I'm enjoying, yeah.
Check how long it lasts.
Shark fin, ooh ha ha.
Up to 1 minute, yeah, so it's definitely still going. Well, first off, my king shark is gonna appear to the shark to swim over and take another psychic bite out of him.
Okay.
Which will do another 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
And I will. I'm gonna cast. Because there's no way I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on Gerbil.
Okay.
And say, "Wake up, you fool!"
What?
Shoot my magic at him.
Sure,
So you gotta do a wisdom save.
Okay. You said you needed me to do a wisdom save?
Yes, please.
But of course. If I can
Does he
find
want to do
something
good or bad?
Alright, you fail. You take 5 psychic damage and you snap out of it.
Oh. Here again. Gerble's just resigned to his fate.
And then... do I...
Like Groundhog Day, you just keep waking up
In the middle of the ocean.
on a boat surrounded by sharks.
With a
It's not terrifying
half-dying
at all.
person. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, yeah. I'm fine.
Not again.
That's gonna be for me.
Okay. We just kind of cleared through 2 initiative orders without me referencing. So I'm just going to say at this point, there starts to be a little surge of water. For the average folks that are out in the water right now, the water is about to knee height. For you guys that are a little shorter, it's about to your waist. You know, just figure out your proportions based off that. But the average standard 5'8", 5'10" guy, the water level would be at their knees. With the surge, that water level is now up to people's waist. If you're just a little bit shorter, it would be up to your chest. So now, yeah. So now water's starting to flux up.
Gerbil is not exactly a tall person. So there's that.
So it's to your chest then, Garble.
Yeah.
You just see your little head like.
You just kind of see my eyes bobbing. I mean, like more than that, but I keep leaning down to like taste the water as if I'm going to discover something new about these sharks.
They're a little freaked out about it because there is blood in this water. So like,
sure. Yeah.
Is he one of us?
That doesn't stop me at all. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. It is Bagareth's turn. If Luca is done.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
I will save you. And he runs into the ocean towards Gerbil, slowly becoming heavier as his suit fills with water. And he's going to attempt to carry Gerbil and the dude out of the ocean.
The dude is up about 10 feet up from you. You're at the edge of the ship, and the bow goes the top. You're looking at the top of the ship, but it's perpendicular to you. So the floor of the ship's at your face when you get to Gerbil, and it's up 10 feet is the hatch.
Well, can I throw Gerbil up there?
Go, Gerbil, Gatling gun! If you really want to, we can figure out a roll of that.
Please, let's try that.
How much do you weigh, Gerbil? What are your proportions? Let's talk.
I'd say I'm like 5'5" and 126 pounds wet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, we are in the water, so it'd be 126 pounds.
There it is.
Yep.
Well,
strength throw, I guess?
Okay. Here we go. Strength.
No, not with a 12.
I'm trying to pick him up, and the water's like coming out of my arms and out of my helmet.
He does like leave the water, but it's kind of like, when you're playing, like when you were a kid and you would like play with like like the paddle boards or whatever, like you learn to swim with, and you'd like push them underwater and they would just pop out from under you and just like pop out of the water. That's kind of what Gerbil does. He just kind of pops out of the water a little bit and then goes back in it.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that used all of my movement or not, but if it didn't,
it did not.
I'd like to move up to where the person is.
To the shark or
the person that's 10 feet up in the air or whatever, that's like up in the boat.
Sure. It's pretty vertical, so I'll let you do just a free check of some sort of athletics, or if you can.
All right.
Acrobatics, either which one I'll let you do. Can't much do anything with that, buddy.
Back into the water because I'm full of water.
You start to slip up and you just too full of water, just plump down in the water.
Gerbil's just staring straight up, and all the water that's draining out of your suit is just pouring into like my eyes, and it's just burning my eyes, it's filling up my lungs. It's fine.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Thank you. All the above.
So you're pretty much out of things unless you have any bonus action, fancy stuff.
I don't have any bonus stuff at this point.
Rothaga.
I am also going to just charge into the water, to where Gerbil is.
Okay.
And because I'm going to try and go up the boat. And as I run out to the water and get up to the boat, I'm going to look at
Bagareth.
Bagareth, thank you. Well, this is embarrassing because it was that you forgot my name, but I'm going to say
Nice.
I remember Gerbil's name. And then I'm going to...
I forget my name sometimes too.
Dude, Athletics.
Perfect. You leap up there and grab the guy.
All right.
And come back down with him. You just hear as you grab him, and you just kind of leap up, grab him, and then kick off and get back in the water with his body. He's I would say about 150 pounds. Just looks like a standard human to you, but you kind of can't tell. He's significantly sunburned, and you just hear out of his dehydrated and cracked lips say "thank you" in a very muffled voice as you bring him back down to the water.
Yeah, don't mention we splash.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Alrighty. That is your turn unless you want to do any movement, because you haven't spent all your movement. So you could go to the shore if you needed to.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and go back to. I'll just take back to the shore, so me and the guy are safe.
Okay. And I'll let you kind of free action if you want. Drop him or just hold him. Up to you.
I'm gonna hold him. I like it.
Okay.
Carry him.
Nice. All right. It is the hunter shark, and the hunter shark is still scared by the great shark, king shark. So it's gonna try to swing around, and it's gonna try to go after Bagarath. And Bagarath, do you have all of your hit points? It's relevant for this. Okay.
No,
so this guy has a blood frenzy, which means he gets advantage on attacks against a creature that doesn't have all its hit points. So it's going to roll, and then it's going to roll again. Doesn't really need to. And it deals 15 piercing as it into your armor. And the other one is still freaking zoned out.
That cannot be good for you at this point. He's been under for far too long.
I'm having trouble holding together here.
Oh no.
There's just shark teeth all stuck in the armor and stuff.
Nice. Alrighty. It is Gerbel's turn.
My turn?
But I will say, right before his turn, you notice that the surf is starting to rock more, and you sense that there's another wave surge come in. So the water level is going to change after this round.
Okay. Well, I think the first thing I try to do is help Rothaga with this body as I try to clear my way back to the shore. So, or I should say this person, because they're not dead. What would I need to do in order to see if I can contribute to dragging?
He's got the body. He's holding the body on the shoreline.
Oh! Rothaga made it back to the shoreline?
Yeah. So Rothaga's got the body, and they're standing on the shore together. Very Baywatch style.
Perfect.
So it's
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna struggle awkwardly back to the shore, to the best of my ability, considering what I just went through.
Sure. The sharks are not focused on you. One is trying to duel with Bagarath, and the other is psychotropic drugs. So you're good to move back to the shoreline.
Awesome. Perfect.
So you can go ahead and move your character over to where Luca is if that's where you're headed.
Yes. Okay, cool. And I'll say something like, yeah, I mean, I completely planned all that. I'm glad that my distraction worked really well for the sharks.
Smooth.
Thank you.
You have an action.
Okay.
If you choose to use it.
Oh yeah, I was like, so as soon as Rothaga said you this said smooth.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I look over and I kind of give him what I think is a really cool nod, but in real life I look kind of constipated. And then I'm gonna take this is all one giant motion. I do the nod and then I swoop right into pulling my longbow, aiming at the shark, and taking a very instinctual shot.
Okay.
So
let's
do
see.
I just
The one that is trying to bite on Rothaga, is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Do I just click the name of the weapon? Is that how it
Yep.
works?
Yep. That is gonna hit.
Yes.
Just hit the word longbow in chat. 8 piercing. Well done. It gets an arrow stuck into its side. Thrashes.
I say yes. I mean, yeah. That's right.
Smooth.
Thank you. I planned it all from beginning to end. Whole thing. And I'm just still talking to myself like, yeah, from the very start. Just like walked right up. Knew what I was doing. This continues on and on. Yeah.
I like this guy's energy.
Thank you. And I suppose that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. It is Luca's turn.
Well, my illusion will swim back and position itself back between my colleagues and the shark, and it will do a psychic attack soon. I need to make a max and do 5 psychic damage.
Nice.
And then I do. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do on that same shark. I'm gonna do a vicious mockery.
Okay.
And say, just leave us alone. Go back in the water. This isn't even mockery.
We're just asking you, please.
We just really would like you to leave. He fails, so he takes.
Nobody likes you.
I just like that Bagarath. You just in this like very wet, like echoey chamber. No one likes you.
Alrighty. That shark is looking pretty beaten up. It is Bagarath's turn.
Bagarath is looking pretty rough. You know, you sort of notice that almost ghostly ectoplasm is coming out of the cracks in his armor.
Oh, no.
And I gotta get out of here. And he casts Misty Step.
Very nice.
And he teleports, in a poof of mist to the beach, but left in his place for like a couple of seconds is a human-shaped water, volume where it was filling up his armor. And
Nice.
it splashes back into the ground.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Nice.
I didn't take much more of that. Let's see, what else can I do? Everybody's on the beach now, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's not go back in the water.
And I just say, not with that attitude. And everyone's like, yeah?
Alright.
I heard somebody say that. I thought it sounded cool.
Since we are, you guys are all out of the water, and sharks don't go out of the water, I will cut off the intense music and replace it with some just open ocean noises. Nice whales. No, just kidding. Just lapping water. And you, we will get out of initiative order, but we will end where we were on initiative order with Rogatha. You got Rogatha. You're still carrying the individual. He looks like to be human, approximately in his late 20s, early 30s. You all are carrying them and walking away from the water. The water surges in. That whole section of the beach is swallowed up by water. And so you guys just make your way down the shore, make your way, I would say, a mile maybe, just kind of walking away from the water, and far enough where the sharks are no longer in view. And you start to hear the man that you're carrying, Gatha, start to cough pretty badly. He starts doing a coughing fit. And you see that when he goes, the blood of his, from his mouth, he starts coughing up blood while he's in your hand.
Excuse you.
Wow, all right. I'm gonna set this guy down.
Okay.
Because we're away from the water, so I'm gonna set him down just in front of the group. And I don't have anything I can do for this guy that would help heal him. Maybe I want to try and investigate him and his body and see if we can figure out where and how he's injured.
Ooh, gross.
I've already been bled. I feel like it's fine at this point.
Okay, so if you want to help him, you can do a medicine check. If you want to just check him out as far as investigate what he may have on, where his wounds are coming from, you can do investigation. If you just want to look him over top down, you can do a perception. So I'll give you 3 options of which one to do.
I'll go ahead and do a medicine check.
Okay.
Just because obviously he needs help.
All right, so you look him over, and you can tell he's in messed up shape. He's significantly dehydrated. He has mechanically all levels of exhaustion for D&D terms, and there's something even more disturbing that you find. You don't really understand how he is alive. He's not doing well medically. Severe internal ruptures and bleeding internally. No amount of magic or heals or potions can really help him at this point. And most importantly, you just kind of can tell from his psyche that his will to live just isn't there.
Yeah, that's a downer.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So I think if that's the case, can he talk at all? If we were to ask him questions about what happened, or can he respond?
You can try. I think the only thing you said to him was nice or you're welcome, and then no one's talked to him since, so you could try. You've just been walking with his body for a while, and no one's been talking to him.
Oh no.
Not weird at all. It's fun. And now that he's on the beach, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna ask him what happened, who he is, what happened, and try and shake him, see if he'll rouse at all.
Oh, that was an accident.
Okay, no worries. He his eyes flutter. He's kind of been going in and out of kind of unconsciousness. His eyes flutter. You see his eyes connect with you, and he kind of wakes up, looks around a little bit, and you hear through his cracked voice, "Thank you." And he kind of just looks off into the sky and in the distance. And he says, "I didn't think." It takes a while between words because he's definitely in rough shape. "This place even existed. The utopia of sand beyond the great sea. They also said that the sea was impassable. And yet here we are." Starts coughing up more blood. Turns over onto his side. "I do thank you." And he reaches up for your hand. He reaches up for your hand, Rothaga. And looks at all of you. "I do thank you. We are from another."
You gonna get that hand, or?
Yeah, he's just reaching up, trying to grab your hand. No, I'm for sure gonna take his hand.
Okay,
This
okay.
is already very sad.
We are just an envoy from the kingdom, another kingdom. We didn't know of any others across the sea. We are from... and he starts coughing. We are from... and coughs some more. And then coughs some more. Tries to get out the name of the kingdom and can't. And then just kind of sighs and goes back to breathing very heavily. And you can tell he's within his last moments of life.
Wait, where are you from? Sorry, we didn't quite get that.
He looks at you. He's trying his hardest, considering he's severely bleeding internally, and through the blood dies and is not able to communicate to you where he's from.
Through the blood dies.
As the last word said to him was, "Wait, where are you from again?"
Did you guys catch that? I didn't hear what he said.
It's good. You gotta have it a tight spot here, girl.
Wait, what did you say?
You're a real quick thinker.
Yeah.
So now you...
Place him on the sand. I have something to do.
I'm gonna say I think we can all agree that he probably has something on him to serve as evidence. So rifle through his pocket. And I'm gonna immediately start patting him down.
It's wanted.
No respect for the dead. Just go right at it.
Does he have any copper pieces on him? I need 2 copper pieces.
Searching him is only gonna get Searching him is only gonna get more uncomfortable as the body gets cold.
I mean, does he have copper?
Wait, so I'm suddenly very spooked by a bag of wrath. I'm worried that he's here to take us all eventually. And I just kind of look, as soon as he brings up copper pieces, I kind of look over and I'm just like, kind of freaked out.
Alright, it's okay, I've got my own. And he opens his helmet, and he reaches inside of his helmet and pulls out 2 copper coins.
Yes.
And he places the copper coins on the corpse's eyes and does a sprinkle of salt over the eyes and casts gentle repose on the corpse.
Oh, nice.
So, the corpse will not decay for 10 days, and we've effectively frozen it in time from this point for the next 10 days.
Okay. You have a non-rotting corpse. Congratulations.
I'm just glad you're not deaf himself. I was really freaked out there for a second.
No. Stop it.
Okay, good.
I don't know that person.
That's not me. It's not me, but I also don't know who that is.
Seizes internally. He's like, okay.
I'll be like, can someone please see if there's something we can use as evidence? I'm still dry, so I don't really want to touch him.
Don't want to go over there and touch him.
As the only one here who's dry.
I walk over without a second thought and immediately put my fingers in his mouth.
Zero hesitation.
Roll for hepatitis. I don't know what to say to that.
I say it's too hard to tell what he ate last from all the blood, but I thought we could identify where he came from his last meal.
Awesome.
Weird little guy.
Yeah.
Looks like his last meal was blood.
Want to be literal about it.
What I find funny about this is I'm envisioning Luca getting more and more mad as no one is still checking the body.
Hello.
Okay.
I'll perform a quick little like checky check thing.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation, and I'll kind of sum it together. Because, I mean, you can do a thorough search. I don't need a. He is dead. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll kind of average those two together. You guys are rifling through his belongings. He doesn't have much. You can tell he's got like no rations. His money is very low. You kind of go through his belongings, just kind of simple like stuff. He doesn't have much on him. You kind of get the impression that he was in a hurry getting out of that ship and just grabbed whatever he needed. He's got a little short sword that's pretty rusted attached to his hilt. And then you do find one thing, and it seems to be almost so well secured among his belongings that you can tell it's important. And you pull it out, and you open it. It's a little book. It's a little journal, and you can tell it's a ship's journal from the logs from the ship, and it's well documented, well written. You can tell lots from this book. So, between the two of you, I think Rogatha is the one that kind of gets it first and starts leafing through it. So do you kind of read it, not Rogatha, sorry, Bagarath. Bagarath, do you read it, or do you just kind of notice what it is? What do you do when you figure this out?
Here's the thing. He hands it to somebody who can read.
Okay, so here's the thing. Amazing.
I will take the call and yoink.
Okay, so you
see my bloody fingers reach up and just barely miss the paper as Luca takes it.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to clean it. Just
nice.
Knock off all the water and dust and kind of just make it. It's not gonna repair any rusted parts of it, but it'll just make it as good a version of it as it can be.
Sure.
And I guess I'll thumb through, see if there's anything worthy of note.
Sure, you thumb through a couple pages you look at. You can kind of gather that this is an exploratory vessel. No real sign of any invasion. They were commissioned by their council. It seems to be they're ruled over some sort of council. And they were commissioned by the council to explore a region of the Great Sea and actually cross the Great Sea. You can read that there is a lot in there about how long the Great Sea is and how perilous it has been. You can also read that the crew is very nervous. Several points in the logs, there is just entries upon entries from how nervous the crew is of taking on this task, and you can gather that this nation, wherever they hail from, these people had not done this before. They had not tried to circumnavigate the Great Sea, but like this is their sort of Genesis book of world record moment. They really wanted to circumnavigate the Great Sea. And the last entry that you find is a great storm is whipping up, and a great storm has started to brew, and the entry kind of abruptly stops. So you can assume that is what caused the shipwreck.
Well, this seems evidence enough. I don't think there's any reason to go back to the shipwreck, especially with all those sharks about. I say mission accomplished, boys.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like there's anyone invading. I mean, they're all dead, so, like, who's gonna invade?
Yeah, unless it's those sharks. I think we're good.
Yeah,
I'm not going back in the water.
Yeah, plenty enough time then.
All
Now
right.
here's the thought. If you find a guy and he dies in your care, should you bury him?
I mean, we've got 10 days. We could...
10 days.
We
Make
got
up our
10
mind
days.
and come back.
We could think about it.
Yeah, the coyotes will be like, "Dang, this is a fresh body."
One time on a trip with my educational class, we had to eat one of our own because we got lost too long. So, might want to hold on to it. Just saying.
My educational class.
Are there any
I don't know if there's schools here.
Education class.
Education field trip.
My educational
It sounds
class
like
for my
Boy Scouts
education thing that I do.
That
This
one
all
time.
sounds very above board. I have 0 questions.
Are there seriously? Are there any temples or prayers we could take this body to have it resurrected?
So
Is that
Was that a thing?
So among Santopians, religion is not a big one. There is some that sort of worship primordial gods, so very kind of old creation kind of gods, but those are very small churches. Santopia has a few that are just kind of small converted homes, honestly, that are sort of houses of gathering, but there's no real temples to anything. So you could potentially seek one out in Santopia. A couple of individuals have made sort of their own home temples in the swamp. You guys that are hail from the swamp, Gerbil and Rothagatha, you know that. There is a ton of witchcraft and darkness and sort of grave stuff that happens in the dark forest, but no one ventures to go there. So that's kind of what you're working with. And then, you know, a lot of burials actually do happen at the Great Sea. They just kind of burial at sea kind of thing. So you and that's another thing connected with these primordial gods is those that sort of respect the sea and the primordial god of water. You are buried at sea. For those that kind of respect the earth and the sands are sort of buried outside the sands or within the sands of Santopia. So it's really just like whatever you respect as the primordial god is connected to just how you appreciate life, you know, and approach life.
It appears that this person is a blood mage, so we should probably bury them in a blood temple.
Oh, you don't want to go to one of those.
Herbal has yet another like incredibly like skeezy feeling that like that Bagarath is probably a demon. Or something. Herbal is also not used to being uncomfortable, so that is especially telling about Bagarath.
That's awesome.
Well, I think if we take all of our ideas, kind of combine them and average them out, we just leave the body here.
I think that's where we land.
Just leave the body.
Just roll them into the ocean for the sharks that we beat up.
Sure.
I think the shore will reach here eventually. I see no reason to drag the body around any longer.
Okay.
Okay.
If we want to we could take a little rest. I could sing us a song, or we could
that'd be
just
fun.
march back.
So what are you doing with the body? Are you traveling with the body?
I think we're just leaving it.
I think it's, yeah.
Just look cool. You
I
just,
mean, shouldn't we, like, you know, sit him in a chair or something first?
Some weekend at Bernie's.
Weekends at Bernie's, the body on the beach.
This feels more dignified somehow.
Yeah, we'll like bury him up to his head and give him like the sand
Yeah.
movies like you do.
Yeah. Full,
Like
full
the
mermaid
body.
body. Yeah.
It's like sunglasses on him.
There we go.
And at least for the first 10 days, people will think this person is living their best life.
You're like, is that guy dead? No, I checked. He's like super fresh.
He's just super fresh. Yeah. He seems too happy to be dead.
There you go.
I don't know.
All right, so you guys head back up, travel out. You guys are headed up the King's Road, regular traffic all the way then to Santopia. You enter in the...
I just want to say on the way back, one thing I'll do is when we pass the mountain, which is this one that we were right under.
Mount Anais.
Yes. As we pass Mount Anais, I'm gonna take out an urn and dump some ashes out at the base of the mountain.
Okay.
And I'll just leave the urn behind too.
Cool. Does the party see you do that?
Yeah, sure, I won't mind.
Alright, you guys, you see Luca do this thing. You go through King's Pass, no problems at all. Go through King's Road. Travel up to the gates. What's up?
I had a really bad idea that it's too late to happen. I just imagined Gerbil like picking those ashes up after everyone leaves and being like, he dropped these on his way back to the city. I'm not gonna do that. I just need to share. That's something that Gerbil would have done.
You should have done it. That's fine.
That'd be beautiful.
That's pretty funny. I like it.
Is that too disruptive?
Oh,
No.
not at all.
Okay, that's what I did
would
then.
do. It's what it would do.
That's what I did then.
That's what happened then.
That's so funny.
I'm just gonna wait for the right time to give him back. It's gonna be like a surprise.
That's so funny.
Sounds good.
All right, folks, we arrived back at our great kingdom. You guys entered the exchange court where you met one another. Okay, let me just chat real quick with you guys, you players. We are coming on. It's 10:15 Central, 11:15 Eastern. So you're getting a breath, Climate. How much more time do we have? Do we need to wrap up around now, or do we have time for the next kind of cutscene?
I may need to bounce just because I gotta take this dog out and probably head to bed soon because it's almost tomorrow where I am. But I got a few more minutes.
Okay, why don't we? Okay, we'll do kind of a little tiny cutscene, kind of alluding to what's gonna happen next. Okay, so you guys walk in. You were told, if you remember your conversation with Alex, that he would meet you up in the garden. And the garden exists up at the Royal Palace. So there's the inner court. At the top of the inner court, where you can see the words inner court on the screen, is where a big garden is that is the entrance to the Royal Palace. So to get to the top of the inner court, you have to ascend staircases that are within the inner court, which are those 3 turrets that are in the middle of the city. And to get into that section, there is a front gate and a back gate. So you have been told to just go to the inner court and up to get to the Royal Palace. And Ethan will have it all arranged for you. You guys walk up. You guys approach. Pretty busy day in the exchange court, kind of like the other day when you were here. Nothing has much changed. As you approach the main gate to the court, though, you start to come in view. Now, the inner court is monitored by the militia. And it always has the militia posted at the gates of the inner court in the front, and the gates of the back gates at the inner court as well. Those officers are usually pretty intimidating looking because they don't want any riffraff coming in the inner court. So you see one that is a elf, kind of a high elf look, and you see another one that is a human, and the high elf. The high elf is kind of zoned in on seeing you guys as soon as you get within view. He's immediately locked eyes onto y'all. And then you see the human is sort of got a couple other militia troops behind him. And he's like pushing somebody. And you see for a brief moment Ethan. And you see him kind of roughhousing Ethan, like, get him out of here, kind of a thing. And pushing him in the back. And you even hear Ethan kind of out of you go, ow, 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 stop it. you guys watch that as you get very close to the gates. You're now almost at the gates, and the high elf leans over and looks at the human and says, "You're gonna want to let Captain know they're here." And then you all kind of get a little bit of a unsettling feeling that the captain of the guard of all of the military and of all of the local militia is expecting you. And that is where we will end our episode.
All right.
Cool. That'll give me, this is fine because this will give me time to perfect my king voice. I'm still working on my king voice.
That's awesome.
Not just gonna recycle King Friday.
I'm not going to recycle King Friday. Although I did enjoy King Friday. That was fun. Okay. Thank you, folks. Thank you for joining IBSTPSNIC, also known as I Built a Sandcastle this past summer. Now it's a campaign! So we had fun. There were rants. There were dead bodies. There were sharks. It was a whole adventure. So we will keep you posted, folks, on social media what our next day is. I'm trying to get sort of an arc completed before the holiday. We'll break for about 2 weeks for the holiday, and then we'll start back. And B and PS Zombie are going to get together at the break, and we're going to work together kind of a schedule for you where we'll be finishing out this campaign and adding in some Unbeaten Path. I've also got another project, just so everybody knows what to look forward to. Another one-shot that will be with this crew if they want to continue on with a different setting. I've got another one little cooked up that's kind of be very different. So we'll try that, and then I am trying my hardest to encourage Climate Change to get back on his as well. So 2023 is going to be a big year for D&D. So make sure you're tuning into the PU to ASU channel for the end of this year and for 2023. Players, it was fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you for all the views. We had a nice amount of action on our most recent ones with 30, no, higher than that. Yeah, 80 views, folks. 80 views. After the fact on session 1. So I appreciate you all for checking us out. Thank you so much. It is a lot of fun to do these, so we just appreciate the viewership. Thank you all and have a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Cheers.